Alright, what is going on everyone? It's Super here and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. And it happened guys, the Injustice 2 beta has come to an end. Well, I guess not literally right now when I'm recording this, obviously I'm still in here. But by the time you guys see this, the beta would probably have been offline for maybe a day, maybe 2 days, or maybe it's about to go offline. But regardless, you know, the beta has come to an end. So I decided to make a showcase video of the gear that I got throughout the course of the beta. So here we go. Keep in mind, for the most part, the second half of the beta, I only played with like Black Canary and Blue Beetle for the most part because those were the new characters added. I didn't really play with Batman too much or the other characters that launched with the beta the second week, so I accumulated a bunch of gear pieces, especially for Blue Beetle. As you guys see here, I almost have 100 pieces of gear for Blue Beetle. So we'll start at the top here. My level 2 Batman, very impressive. You guys will probably not be too entertained by the gear that I have for Batman, but we'll go through like every piece of gear that I have and show you guys the differences. So the last time that I played Injustice, I finally got this really cool like glowing arms, and we'll get to that when we get to the bottom part. But for now I have this cowl on, and guess what, it's pretty much the same as the other cowls. It's just, it changes the length of his horns pretty much, or his ears, whatever you want to call them. But other than that, it doesn't really do anything visually. So we'll go back to the short ones. So here we go. I got this epic chest piece for him. I think it's pretty cool. It's with the chest pieces, it could, you know, a basic one. Sometimes like the basic, the common, or the rares gear pieces sometimes look even better than like the epic pieces, but I think for this one, the epic one looks the best. And of course, the higher tier you go, the more like stat boost you're gonna get, like this reduced damage taken from stage transition. So if people don't want to play with competitive mode on, all these stats are gonna count towards my character. So here we go. These are like the glowing arm piece that I got, and I was so happy I got this because I've seen a lot of Batmans rock this, and of course it changes color depending on you know, what color for Batman you have. I have the secondary one, which gives him his gear turns green, like if he had a kryptonite on, which I thought, you know, right from the start, right when they showed off gear and I saw the green light around Batman's armor, I always thought it was kryptonite, so that's how I take it right now. I think that's kryptonite, even though it's not. But for this Batman, it turns blue. Definitely think the green one looks the best. But like I mentioned, happy I got this glowing arm piece. You know, the other ones are just pretty standard, to be honest. Nothing really special there, so getting this one is pretty cool. Moving on here, another epic piece of gear. The leg pieces. Doesn't really add that much different, to be honest. Leg pieces are just leg pieces pretty much for every character. It's the same. Not too interesting there. Of course, like with a character like Supergirl, she actually gets the short shorts, which I really like. But for Batman, for Blue Beetle, for all these other characters, doesn't really change that much look wise. But of course, I gotta go with the epic. And for the final piece, his belt didn't really get anything interesting. So these are all pretty much the same. I think that's the standard one. I have this one on just for no apparent reason. It was just, I just had it on. But the standard one's pretty cool. It has the bat symbol right there too. Alright, so moving on here to the abilities that I unlocked for Batman. I got this one, which gives him a sort of Demolition Sonya wake up option where he rolls backwards and he shoots out 2 explosive batarangs and it hits your opponent. I never really got to use this in match, but I'm assuming that's what it is based on the description. I got the air batarangs as well. Shoots a batarang diagonally. I never got to use this one either. It replaces the scatter bombs. And of course, the colors for good old Batman. I didn't get the blue one that I had before, which I thought looked awesome. That's unfortunate when they cleared the gear for everyone, but that's what I got for good old Batman. All right, moving on to Supes. You know, just kind of like Batman, didn't really you don't really see too much of a difference with his costumes. The interesting one is when we get to like Blue Beetle and Black Canary. I think they have the best gear. And Atrocitus is pretty cool too. Mine is decked out, by the way. So here we go. Superman, of course, I have to have the epic cape. And it changes, you know, it pretty much just changes his cape and changes like whether he's wearing a piece of headgear. That's pretty much like the extent of Superman's first piece of gear. As you guys see, you know, the cape changes. He might be wearing, you know, a headpiece or not. So I think the best one is just having the epic, just because it's epic. So moving on here, his like chest piece, chest armor, you know, it does change as you guys see. Like right here, this one actually has like the metallic looking chest piece, and I think this definitely looks really cool. It looks a lot better than having you know, no chest piece like that. I think having like a piece of metal in the middle looks awesome. So that's the one that I'm rocking with. See if there's any other interesting ones. I am definitely going to show you guys all the gear that I have. It's supposed to be a showcase, but you know what I'm rocking with is what I think looks the best on the characters pretty much. So arms, same thing. This one has like the metallic shoulder pads, but of course you have some that don't have the shoulder pads. You have some that have different gauntlets. You know, this one, his gloves are like cut on the tip of his fingers. This one, he doesn't have any gloves. So the looks do change, but he still very much looks like, you know, Superman. I can't wait till we get like different colors and just different gear that will make him actually look different. Because right now he just pretty much looks the same no matter what gear you have on him. I haven't seen a like really unique Superman just yet. Leg pieces, leg gear, I should call it just leg gear. Yeah, pretty much changes his boots. I like these. These boots look pretty cool. But if one doesn't stick out to me, if one doesn't like really capture my attention, then I'm always gonna pick the epic gear, just to say that I have an epic gear on. So back to that. The S used to represent hope. So no real standout. I've seen one Superman have the red sun emblem, you know, the Russian emblem. I thought that was really cool. I wish I had that one actually. I would definitely rock it just to be a little bit unique. Whoa, this is a giant S. Holy shit. Yeah, pretty much standard. Little changes here and there, but pretty much standard. This is the one that I had before. I think this one just looks like the most unique one out of them all. That's why I have it. Air abilities. So for Supes, I actually got his air heat vision, which is the straight laser that he shoots on the ground, but now he gets it in the air, which this completely changes the way Superman fights another Superman. Because normally what you want to do as Superman is if you see your opponent jump up to do his heat vision, you jump up right after and then you punish him. But with this, you could actually just prevent any Superman that doesn't have this from even attempting a aerial heat vision, because you will punish him every single time because he just stays up there. While your straight shot does 13 or 14% damage, whatever it does to him. So I have footage of me using this versus another Superman. He was definitely not pleased, but I thought this move and ability was really cool. color wise, you know, just darker blue or light blue. And you know what, at the start I was really into the dark blue color, but when I changed to this color and I started playing with it in game, I think this looks better than the darker color, but that's just me. So that's the one that I'm rocking with here. All right, so that's Soups. Moving on to Supergirl. Supergirl, you know, I have her at level 3, as you guys see, but the most important thing, I got the short shorts. That's the most important thing, the short shorts. That's all I wanted. So here we go. Headgear for Supergirl. And she gets a nice, her cape changes as well. And of course she gets headgear just like Superman does. Can't wait to see the more unique ones. Of course, they're not going to have every piece of gear these characters are going to have available in the beta. So I can't wait to see, you know, the gear that these characters are going to get. So next up here, pretty much like her midsection. Pretty unique looks. Definitely wearing a pamper right there. Just straight on underwear. But the one that I decided to go with was this one right here, just because overall the way my symbol and just the other parts of my gear, this matches the best. So moving on here, her arms. This one is actually really cool. Wait, it's the same as this one. These are exactly the same. Oh wait, there's a little tiny bit of difference on her gauntlets, just a little bit. All right, but anyways, I like the way these look with my whole, you know, costume design. But you could have some where you don't have sleeves. You can have a lot of different looks. You could definitely make, you know, your Supergirl look unique for sure. I think this looks pretty cool, right? That actually looks sick. All right, we'll go back to my epic gear though. Now moving on here, of course, you gotta have the short shorts. These are the short shorts. Oh wait, no, did I skip the short shorts? Wait a minute, where are my short shorts? Which one is it that has the short shorts? Oh, here we go, it is this one. Oh, so I got multiple short shorts, but the one that I picked was just the regular short shorts with like nothing else on her legs. I think it just looks clean that way because she has like knee pads and stuff. I don't really like how that looks. I mean, this one isn't that bad, but it looks kind of goofy just having the knee pads right there. So I have this one where it's just clean. Everything is just clean. And now the S. Hers is pretty much like Soup's, you know, some goofy designs here and there. But I really like the way this one looks. It just matches perfectly with everything that I have. But let's go on here. Ooh, that one kind of looks weird. That one definitely looks unique. This one's not bad. That one's not bad. This one just sticks out though. Yeah, this one just looks really good. Abilities, sadly I got no Supergirl abilities. None. Not even before they got rid of all your gear. None. And I did not get any extra Supergirl colors. So you have the dark Supergirl, dark blue, and then you have the light one. Pretty much exactly like Soup's. And for Supergirl, you know, any of the colors work for her, to be honest. She looks great, both colors. I just had it on this one because I had the secondary color before. So moving on here, Atrocitus. My Atrocitus is actually pimped out. He looks pretty good. Look at that. Oh, yeah. He has horns. He can't see, but that's fine because he has style. So I have multiple here. This is the one I was rocking before. Kind of looks like Galactus right here. His headgear definitely looks like Galactus. You can't go wrong with either this one or this one, because this one you get the horns, you get the nice horns sticking out. But they're both pretty cool. You know, they're both sick. Let me know which one you guys like best. I'm gonna keep the one that I had on for now. Yeah, Atrocitus, his headpieces definitely are some of the best gear, for sure. Oh, this one, he has a beard. Cool. I haven't even seen all these myself, to be honest. But Atrocitus definitely has some of the best gear. As far as his, like, headgear goes. Because you could change his look a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the horns for now. This one. Like this one. The chest piece. So I have this epic one, right? And it looks pretty cool. But I think, like, for the way I want him to look, this one matches a lot more. Because you have the spikes in the back. While you but still pretty cool. And last but not least, here the colors. You know, one is more red than the other. I had a really cool, like, purple stuff, purple and red, or like purple blackish with red. It was really cool. It looked like coagulated blood. And that's my favorite color for Atrocitus. I think I have a gameplay from before they, like, took away all your gear. I had that really good looking color for him. So here we go. My favorite character with as far as her gear in the game. I think you could have so many unique looks for Black Canary, because a lot of her gear actually makes her look very unique. And it also, you know, all three of her colors make her look very unique. Just look, for example, this specific costume I have now. That's how it looks in black. That's how it looks in her bluish color. And that's how it looks in the yellow. It's just like, the colors actually make a difference with this character. You know, dirty, really dirty jacket. She has a clean version of this jacket as well, but it just completely changes the character. So I'm gonna keep it with this, just so you guys can see the difference in color, because I do have like the all black color. So here we go. Let's go through her mask. I do love this one. I have this one on my secondary class. We'll just go through them all so you guys can see. I like the star tattooed. Well, I guess not tattooed, but I like the stars on her face. Nice little touch. This one, she has the mask on with no star on her face. Ooh. Black and silver mask. I like that. I hadn't seen that one before. And of course, her with no mask on still looks great. She has, you know, some extra makeup there. Looks like war paint. So we'll go back to the one that I had. We'll have that one. And here we go. This is like her midsection, the main part of her wardrobe. And she has a lot of different looks that are great. So this is the one that I have on now. You know, this one looks really good too. She has a lot of really good looks. This one looks great. That one looks great. And you guys can see, based on the different gear that you put on her, you can make her look the way you want her to look, and it actually changes the way she looks. Like for a lot of the characters like Superman, Batman, you change like their midsection and the main part of their costume, and it doesn't really change the character that much. But with Black Canary, she has a lot of actual different looks. So I definitely like that about her. We'll go back to the one we had. Her jacket. So I'll show you guys like the difference. See, this is not a dirty jacket. Well, it's a little bit dirty, but it's definitely not as old and dirty as the other one. Beetle. And Blue Beetle's the one that I have the most gear for, just because when he came out, I was playing the game a lot. So I got a lot of pieces, you know, a lot of gear for him. And I do like the different masks that he gets. I definitely don't want his default face when the game comes out. I'm sure there's going to be a lot cooler masks. But, you know, I have a lot of repeating ones. I really like this one. This one looks really cool. And there's another one where he looks like a transformer that I'm sure we'll come across. This one looks pretty cool too. Maybe I don't have it anymore. Here we go, this one. He looks like a transformer. The epic one, of course. Gotta go with the epic one if you have it. And it's a nice and sleek look. I think it complements the rest of the gear very nicely. And last but not least here, the abilities that I got for him is the Devora Strike. I don't know if this is a invincible wake up that he could do or not. He already has a shield, which is one of the best ones in the game. So he doesn't need to worry about that too much. But it is useful at times. I think it could anti-air as well, so it's pretty good. This one is his air-like claw in his claw form. And this is a projectile that takes away both of your slots. It's just pretty much his projectile. Just very, very, very slow moving with a ton of recovery. So it's definitely not worth it at all to use this over his regular projectile. And the colors, I never got the gold colored Blue Beetle. Never did, man. I never got the gold. The best color in the Injustice 2 beta, and I never got it, unfortunately. But out of these two, I think I can't really decide. I kind of like this emerald looking one because he has like the gold plated as well. This one is just like, it just looks like metal. But this one's like gold plated. So I think I'll go with this one. Just a tiny bit better than the dark blue. But that's going to be it, guys. that is the gear that I accumulated through the second half of the Injustice 2 beta. Keep in mind, when they first updated the game with Blue Beetle, they actually wiped everyone's gear. I had a lot of gear for Batman, Superman, Supergirl, and Atrocitus before they wiped it out. That's why I don't have too much with those characters, and I have a ton with Black Canary and Blue Beetle. But I hope you guys enjoyed my little gear showcase, and I'll see you guys next time.